Somewhere between the desire to control everything and the fear of losing direction, we forget something simple. Life does not belong to us. It simply happens. It flows like a river that doesn't ask, doesn't stop, and never doubts its course. And sometimes we fight against the current, tired and exhausted, trying to hold on to what we can never truly possess. To trust the flow means to let go, to believe that even when you don't know where you're going, the river does. It means living with an open heart, listening, observing, accepting, not because you've given up, but because you've understood that in this world we cannot control. True strength lies in trust. In the next few minutes, we'll talk about how to live more consciously, more peacefully, and with greater faith in the flow that carries us. How often do we pour our energy into things beyond our control? Into the words of others, their choices, how they see us, whether they approve, whether they love us. And the more we try to arrange the world outside, the more we lose our peace within. True freedom begins the moment your focus returns to you, to your actions, to your choice of how to respond to what happens. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust the sail. You can choose how to react when things don't go as planned, to pause, take a breath, and remind yourself, this is beyond me, but I still choose who I am within it. Focusing on yourself is not selfishness, it's care, it's awareness. To make a cup of tea and drink it slowly, to water a plant without rushing, to read a page and feel its meaning instead of just passing through the words. That's how you return here to the present moment where life truly happens. Every day, the world will tempt you to scatter into worries, comparisons, and attempts to change others. But only one thing is entirely yours, your attitude. It is your inner compass guiding you back to calm, even when there's a storm around you. Remember, you don't have to control everything. It's enough to simply be present, to adjust your sail, and to trust that the wind will carry you exactly where you're meant to be. Imagine a river. It doesn't ask where it's going. It isn't afraid of getting lost. It doesn't argue with the earth when a rock appears in its way. It simply finds a new path. It flows, sometimes slow and calm, other times powerful and loud, but always forward. Not because it knows everything, but because it trusts its own current. Life is the same. How often do we try to remove every obstacle, to change everything we don't understand, to hold on to what is leaving, to fix what isn't ours to fix? But sometimes you don't need to fight the direction. You don't need to understand it all. It's enough to allow, to relax, to let go. Let go of the person who doesn't want to stay, the plan that didn't happen, the past that feels too heavy. Because the more you try to hold water in your hands, the faster it slips away. Let go and watch as life begins to move again. Maybe not in the direction you wanted, but exactly in the one you need. The path will always reveal itself if you trust it. Like the river, you are not lost. You are simply flowing. We live in a world of plans, lists, goals, deadlines. Every day we arrange our lives on paper, what we'll do, when, with whom, and why. And we believe that if we follow every step perfectly, we'll arrive exactly where we're meant to be. But how many of those plans really happen the way we wanted? How many of the most important things in our lives, did we ever plan for them? Love, it arrives without warning. Pain, it enters when we're least prepared. Surprises, they change our direction, yet so often they lead us back to ourselves. Life is a river, not a map. It doesn't follow blueprints, it follows feeling. It doesn't ask for a plan when it decides to pull you into a new current. When you cling to the perfect plan, you harden against the flow. You become the stone the water must go around. And while you wait for the right moment, the perfect conditions, the ideal alignment, life is already happening somewhere outside your list. Sometimes you just need to close the notebook. Step outside, take a breath, and allow yourself not to know. To walk without a map, but with trust. The real things never fit into a schedule. They come when you're ready to receive them, not when you've planned them. Don't cling to the perfect plan. Leave room for magic, for the unexpected, for life. Amor Fati, to love your fate. Not just to accept it, but to love it. To say yes, not only to the beautiful parts, but also to what has broken you. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Every blow, every loss, every detour is a lesson dressed in pain. Every person who came and left was a teacher, even when it didn't seem that way. To love what happens means to believe that even the hardest moments have meaning. that even in the fall there is direction. A child falls and rises, and with every rise becomes stronger, braver, more alive. Amor Fati is not blind surrender. It's the choice to live with dignity, no matter what the day brings. To say, this is my life, my story, my challenge, and I will live it beautifully. True strength isn't about avoiding pain, but transforming it into understanding, finding light even in the shadows, being grateful even when it still hurts. And when you look back, you'll see every pain was a bridge. Every loss, a release, every no, a prelude to a deeper yes. Amor Fati, love what happens, because it's yours, and only you can turn it into art. No life ever follows our plan exactly. Things happen, sometimes unwanted, sometimes painful, sometimes quietly beautiful. What matters is how you receive them. Acceptance is not weakness, it's not surrender, it's strength. Strength to see reality as it is. Strength to stop fighting the current you cannot control. Strength to let go and say, this is it, and I can live through it. In that moment, when you stop resisting, when you stop trying to control everything, something new appears, inner peace. Not a peace given from the outside, but one you create within yourself. You forgive others, you forgive yourself, you embrace life with all its imperfections. And then you understand you are not a victim of circumstance. You are awake, you are free. Strength is in acceptance, in seeing things as they are, and moving forward with love, with patience, with trust in the flow of life. The world is noisy. People rush, make mistakes, say words they don't mean, act on impulse. But when you stop judging, when you stop being angry and fighting the world, something quiet yet powerful begins to happen. People do the best they can. It's not always perfect. It's not always easy for you. But everyone carries their own wounds, their fears, their lessons. And you choose to understand, to show compassion, to show kindness, to be light even when shadows surround you. In this silence, in this small act of kindness, there is a strength that doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within, from the ability to accept, to understand, to connect with others without expectation. Silence is not emptiness. It's the space where you can hear yourself, where you can feel your heart, where you can find joy in small moments, a cup of tea, a smile, sunlight touching your face. And in that kindness, in that compassion, you'll discover true freedom. Your true self, free, calm, awake, a person unafraid to be here, now, unafraid to love life as it is. Compassion, kindness, silence. This is the power that brings us home, to ourselves, to the present moment, to the life that simply flows. If this video touched your heart, subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you help these words reach more people who may also need to hear them. Let's grow together, mindfully, peacefully, and with gratitude.